I'm Nick Eat Bread, and this is All Inclusive, the series where I test how far I can push sourdough with unexpected inclusions. One of my absolute favorite pasta sauces is a Bolognese. So my crazy bread brain thought, can I reduce that down and put it into bread? We're about to find out. Here are all the inclusions you'll need: some shredded Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of reduced Bolognese. I'll quickly show you how I make the Bolognese, but I'll link the full recipe in the description. It's important to note that the meat in this recipe carries a lot of fat, and that can affect the rise. So I like to drain as much fat out as possible while I'm cooking. And then when I put it in the fridge, scoop the fat off the top of the Bolognese. After refrigerating, I'm going to attempt to squeeze as much moisture out as possible through a cheesecloth. Let's see how we do. It looks like we got a little bit out, so let's hope it's enough. I'm using the tartine country bread recipe, and on the third stretch and fold is when I start adding in my inclusions. Because I will be doing 3 stretch and folds this round, I'm going to be using 1/3 of each inclusion per stretch and fold. Don't forget to wet your hand, and it's time to stretch and fold. Now you're ready to add another third of the ingredients. All right, so you'll wet your hand one more time. And you may notice that when you do the stretch and fold, it's not as stretchy and wet as it normally is when you do the tartine country bread recipe. Because of the wet inclusions, I actually use 675 grams of water instead of the normal 750 grams of water. Hopefully this helps the loaf not be too dense. We shall see. All right, so we'll do one more stretch. And fold over. Try to get all the ingredients inside. And it's ready to rest for another 30 minutes. All right, so after another 30 minutes, this time instead of a stretch and fold, what we're going to do is a coil fold. So pull it in the middle with wet hands and set back down. Wet your hands one more time, turn it, and do one more coil fold. After this last coil fold, you're going to rest for 2 hours. And then after that, you're going to pour it onto the countertop and begin pre-shaping the dough by tucking the dough under itself with a bench scraper and your hand. After you start to feel the tension, move it over to a great spot, and you're going to want to put a towel over it. A 20-minute bench rest. After the bench rest, go ahead and scrape it onto a floured surface. Because of the inclusions, I really want to be careful as I fold this and try to shape it. If you are too rough, you can actually rip the dough. All right, fold the top down. I'll flip it over. Oh, it ripped a little bit, but hopefully we'll just tuck that under. If I was just making a plain sourdough, I would definitely be doing a different final shape. However, because this has heavy, wet inclusions inside, I'm just using my hand and my bench scraper to continue to build tension by tucking the dough under itself. And now it's time to gently flip it over into the Benetton basket. And it's time to final proof on the counter for 4 hours. And after preheating your oven to 500 degrees with the Dutch oven inside, go ahead and flip your sourdough gently onto some parchment paper. Now grab your bread loam, and with a slight angle, we're going to be making a square on top. Make sure to get every corner. All right, and it's ready to bake. Now grab the base of your Dutch oven out of the oven, and be careful, it is really hot. Now use the parchment paper to gently place the bread into the Dutch oven. Grab the lid and make sure it's tightly secure on top. Remember to drop the temperature to 450 degrees and bake for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, take it out and remove the lid. Look at all that steam. Then you're gonna wanna place it back in the oven with the lid off for 20 to 25 minutes. Now it's time to take it out. And check out that golden crust, come on. And carefully move it over to a cooling rack. All right, so first impressions, it does have a nice golden bake, which I love. It doesn't look like it rose as much as I wish it would have though. Let's cut in and see the crumb. Drum roll, please. All right, okay. It's definitely dense in some spots, but it looks like there are some light and airy spots as well. And now, the moment of truth. It did not rise enough. As you can tell, it's a little dense because of the meat, so you know, it's not bad. I think the flavor is subtle. I think I'm gonna have to give this a Mangia Score of 6. If you wanna do it, do it. If I had to choose, I probably would have just done regular sourdough and dipped it in Bolognese. It's fine. So can I include Bolognese in my bread? Sure. Should I? No. Let me know in the comments what I should try including next.